So I just saw Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker, and it was pretty okay. I'm a huge fan of Star Wars, and I've been pretty excited to see the finale, but The Last Jedi definitely left a sour taste in my mouth, and after watching The Rise of the Skywalker, I kind of distaste The Last Jedi even more, because The Rise of the Skywalker is basically just damage control. The entire first act of the film is so rushed because J.J. Abrams, I guess, probably just hated everything Rian Johnson did, and Rian Johnson clearly hated everything J.J. Abrams did with The Force Awakens. So when you have The Rise of the Skywalker, you have kind of this messy story who's trying to correct what they didn't like with The Last Jedi. And it's pretty clear that this film is just pandering to fans because pretty much anything fans have bitched about is trying to be fixed in this film. Now, I've never been one who said that J.J. Abrams is all that great of a director, and this film definitely doesn't feel like his best effort. Force Awakens is a really great setup for this trilogy. It really is. I mean, yes, it's very similar to A New Hope, but it sets up a bunch of new characters. It sets up, the First Order to be in this giant villain, and it really does a great setup. The Last Jedi just comes in and decides, I don't like anything you've done, fuck Snoke, and it just kind of creates this mess. But The Last Jedi has some really great moments in the film. The Rise of the Skywalker has like no great moments in this film. The best moment in the entire film, spoiler alert, if you've not seen Rise of the Skywalker, spoiler alert, 3, 2, 1, that's your warning, is the Rey-Kylo clash on the Death Star remains. That was a great moment. Everything else in this film is incredibly forgettable. They shoehorn in Palpatine, and it's like, why is he here? Like, it's because Johnson killed off Snoke, so now we gotta have an overarching villain because for some reason it just can't be Kylo Ren. So here's Palpatine. Now Rey's related to Palpatine for some stupid reason. And in this film, I feel like they really kind of screw Rey's character. Best part of the film, without a doubt, is Kylo Ren's character arc. I feel like it comes to a nice close, while I think his turn to good, with air quotations, is definitely really rushed. It's a great arc, and it comes to a great close in this film. Rey just kind of feels like shoehorned in. Like, she had a very interesting, like, comes from nothing, just this gifted prodigy. And it's like, why couldn't it just stay that way? Why did it have to be like, no, you're related to Palpatine, and you're gonna be super overpowered in this film to the point of, you can bring people back from the dead, and you can blow up spaceships with space lightning. And it's kind of frustrating because it's like, yeah, if she's a prodigy and she's having all this struggles with her training and this control of the dark side, that's fascinating. But then you're just like, oh, well, she's only really super powerful because she's related to Palpatine. It's kind of irritating. Finn and Rose are just thrown to the side. While Finn's in majority of this movie, he does nothing at all. And for some reason, he just keeps saying, I've got a feeling. And he's like super overprotective of Rey in this film because he's got to tell her something, but he doesn't tell her anything. And I feel like Finn had a great setup in The Force Awakens. He was kind of detracted a little bit in Last Jedi in this film, and he was just like, well, we have him on contract, so we got to fit him in somewhere. And this film turns around and like makes Poe a giant hero. Poe, I didn't really feel like had a massive build-up. The hero of the film, like they try to make him out to be in this film, but this film's okay. Not a horrible film. Yeah, a lot of the action is poorly handled. The visuals are okay. The score's great, but like that's kind of where I'm at with the Rise of Skywalker, Rise of the Sky, whatever the fuck the actual title is. Episode 9. That's where I'm at with it. It's okay. Not the best. It's not the worst. It's okay.